You can see it by the video doesn't have any audio. However, based upon witness statements, she's screaming at the top of her lungs, "I'm not a terrorist, I'm not a terrorist." There's some TSA personnel over here who will make contact with her. As you can see, he's doing that now. And he's trying to calm her down. Earlier in the video, you could see passengers looking back that way to see what the commotion is. She's still yelling and screaming. 2 more TSA people come up to make contact with her in an attempt to calm her down. First officer arrives right here, responding to the call from the gate agent. He makes contact with Ms. Gotbaum and begins to talk to her in an attempt to calm her down, find out what the problem is. 2 additional officers follow him. She's continuing to yell at the top of her lungs, and then finally, after they have no alternative, they attempt to effect an arrest. She pulls away from the officers initially, and 2 officers grab both arms of her, and she just goes to the ground. As you can see, they went down to the ground with her to ensure that she wasn't injured on the way down. She's placed on her stomach, and they're having a hard time pulling her right arm from underneath her stomach, which was pinned against the ground. They roll her over to the right a little bit, which pops her arm out, and both handcuffs are placed on her. While on the ground, they made numerous attempts to get her to calm down by talking to her. Again, she's still screaming at the top of her lungs. She's screaming, not only is she not a terrorist, but also profanities and comments towards not liking Americans. Ms. Gotbaum is brought up to her feet, and she's escorted through the terminal where they're going. This occurred in Terminal 4 on the 3rd floor. They're going to the elevator to bring her down to the 2nd floor to where the police office is. We have 2 additional camera angles which show the officers escorting her out. And she is making an attempt to pull away from the officers the entire time that she's escorted to the office. The next video clip will show that prior to the officer's contact with her, she lost her shoes at the gate where the incident occurred. She's wearing nylon half socks, PEDs, I believe is what they're called. And she tries to lock her legs out numerous times. It was relatively effective whenever she was on carpet, but once she reached tile, just slid right along. As you can see, she locks her legs out, and they're just scooting her along to the elevator. And that concludes the video surveillance that we have.
Okay, just to add a few more facts to what goes on at the airport. Approximately, I'm told by Aviation Department that about 200,000 people a day are either visitors or travelers that come through Sky Harbor Airport. And we're told by the Airport Communications Center that they get calls on irate passengers, about 3 to 5 a day on average. In the holiday season, it bumps up higher, sometimes as many as 10 a day. So far this year, the airport officers have arrested 265 people. 14 of those arrests have been for disorderly conduct.